Unless a guy pursues her at the beginning, relationships don't really go anywhere. They don't even begin. And okay, fine, we're hunters, we're go-getters. But what about later in an established relationship? Does the one-way street of give, chase, prove I love you, does that never stop? Is it relentless? And even after the breakup, women still expect the getting back together, the chase, to come from him if there's to be any reconciliation or second chance, even if she left and he did nothing wrong. Look, notwithstanding if you've done something wrong that warrants an objective apology or pursuing her to reconcile because you've been at fault, notwithstanding that, I would say don't debase yourself to someone who requires you to keep chasing them, keep pursuing the relationship, keep providing for the relationship while they do next to nothing just to keep it going. The question isn't just should you chase a woman if she's leaving. There are some women who have been leaving for a long time in a relationship that just require you to do it. That they've been disappearing in the relationship for a long time and they want you to be the bad guy. She may have broken up with you a long time ago by her distance. And then when you finally take the hint that there's really no one there in the relationship with you, she can say you were the bad guy. She did nothing wrong. She didn't see it coming. What an asshole. And also, gentlemen, there's a side that some of us are not addressing, the childhood issues of mummy abandoning you. You know, mummy, please don't leave. And some women can actually see that in you. The wrong kind of person can use that against you, use it to puppeteer you, and use it to keep you pursuing her so she doesn't leave. It's basically the idea of her saying, perform for me or I'm leaving. Off the top of my head, I'll give you two examples from my past where my exes, they wanted me to pursue them even though they were the ones that chose to leave. I didn't want it to end, but they wanted to end the relationship. The first serious relationship where she left because she basically just wanted happiness elsewhere, she wasn't happy in the relationship, whatever it was, and she couldn't really tell me exactly what it was. And in all times they couldn't actually, because maybe they had a fear of like, well, they don't really want it fixed, they wanted to move on, they wanted something else or someone else. One of my exes said, well, if you cared, you wouldn't have stopped me from leaving. And I remember another ex, and really this one hit me out of the blue. She just left all of a sudden without any discussion, any talk. No matter how many messages I left, tried to call her. I got in contact with a family member of hers and told them, please get her to call me back. I don't know what's going on. She basically ghosted me. And then some time later, I ran into her and she basically said, well, if I really cared, I would have driven up to her home, knocked on her door, and I wouldn't have stopped until I made her come out and showed how much I wanted the relationship to exist. And my examples, while anecdotal, are similar in different types of stories that other men would tell you. Basically, it's a very unfair situation if you were to flip the scenario around. And this is about the only way you can really show how ridiculous and childish women are. How they want it all about them. They want the chase, the pursuing, about how much you can boost their egos so they can feel good about themselves. So a lot of time it has very little to do with you. I mean, just say to women, ladies, do you think a woman should chase, grovel, and try and win a man back after he left because he could find something better, or he was bored, or he didn't love her anymore? Should she beg him to come back, even though she did nothing wrong? Of course not. This is the thing to me. Once you're in a loving and committed relationship, it's no longer about the honeymoon period of chasing and dating, which is, it seems like, all women like and feel safe and comfortable in. Because once you've actually caught each other, you're in love, you're committed, you know, you've said things, you've promised things, you've achieved a destination that you both should want to attend to and take care of. If I have to keep her from leaving over and over again, if that's the cycle, the Groundhog Day of your relationship, then it's back to the start all the time. You're back in pursuit mode. And when all these PUAs and dating coaches say, oh, you got to date your wife, you got to game your wife, because she'll get bored or something. You've got to keep her interested. You've got to keep the chase on. You've got to keep impressing her. It almost seems to me she wants to go back to the unpredictable dating phase where, oh, she's not quite sure if it's stable or not. I'm kind of single. I'm not quite committed. It's exciting. It's uncertain, unpredictable. Don't want to go back and pretend I barely know you anymore. Impress me. Yeah, I know love is about feelings, but logically speaking, if you want commitment and stability in relationships, you shouldn't have to chase after an established relationship. You should maintain it, but you don't look for what you already have. If the only way to keep your relationship going is to keep running with her on your back, then you may as well be on your own. Let me know in the comment section, guys, your experience. Have you stopped chasing someone and stopped trying, and do you regret it? Was it the right thing to do? Let me know your comments and what you've learnt. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, give me a like, give me a thumbs down if you didn't enjoy the video. Share my video around too. If you feel like saying thank you and supporting my channel, there are links below. Thanks to my patrons and PayPal donators. I really appreciate your donations this month. It means a lot. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.